Indiana Pacers. And so off the tip, it's Boston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Anthony out there with Bird. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's McGrady in at the two spot. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Embiid with the screen on Johnson. Frazier. And that one is hammered home.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Bird is screen on Gervin. Anthony's shot is off. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The putback.
Well, you have to appreciate the willingness of Klay Thompson to move the basketball. How pretty is that, guys?
Nowitzki kicks to Bird. Celtics passing it around. It's stolen by Frazier. The pass to Thompson. And the Pacers tack on two more.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they've done everything I've asked. They put in the extra work in practice, trying to turn their weaknesses into strengths. That's showing up in the win column. As a coach, Kevin, that's probably the best you can ask for. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Boston shooting their first free throws of the game. That one falls for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
There's the pick. Embiid with the screen on Johnson. Here's Frazier. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Johnson, the pass to Nowitzki. Back to Johnson. Nowitzki a screen. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And it's 6 points for Johnson.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
Now here's Embiid. Clock at 6. Here's Frazier. That's it, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
McGrady kicks to Nowitzki. Johnson with a screen on Embiid. Nowitzki a screen. Frazier against McGrady. The shot from the low post is good.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Gervin against Anthony. Back to Frazier. It's a pick by Love. Shot by Frazier, no good. Boston trailing. McGrady kicks to Johnson. Inside, Bird. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Bird's got his first bucket in this one.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Here's Gervin. And Boston with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment. Made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots.
Here is Frazier after Magic Johnson's bucket. Here's Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, guys, there's no doubt if you're talking about the best shooters in the NBA right now, Klay Thompson's name has got to be in the conversation.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Now here's Johnson. 8 points for him. Pass to Nowitzki. Love against Bird. Johnson, the pass to Nowitzki. And that one goes long.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Frazier against Johnson. Frazier kicks to Love. Embiid, the pass to Love.
And not blessed with the greatest defensive tools. Bird uses terrific court sense to see the play before it develops.
Anthony with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Frazier. He's got 6. Over Johnson. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Frazier's got 8. So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Hey, guys, you know you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Celtics with the lead. Anthony kicks to Nowitzki. They set the pick. Here's McGrady. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. McGrady's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
McGrady against Frazier. Over to the left wing. Here's Embiid. Bird pulls it in. Celtics leading by 4. Anthony, the pass to Bird. Anthony against Gervin. Pass to Nowitzki. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And so here is Indiana. Frazier outside. Kicks it to Gervin. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. inside. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Thompson.
Boy, Kev, the gorgeous touch from Kevin Love. That just shows you how effective he is when he gets to his favorite spots.
Now here's Nowitzki. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Embiid. Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Falls for Nowitzki.
Well, the big German, as he is affectionately known, Nowitzki, the 2011 NBA champion, will go down as one of the best shooters ever.
Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Celtics leading by 7. Bird outside. Nowitzki a screen. Bird a screen on Thompson. Here's McGrady. The teardrop falls in. McGrady's got 7 points.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Johnson against Frazier. Over Johnson. Johnson with the clock. Offensive rebound. Love. Gervin outside. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Pacers. Walker's checked in for Love. Hill comes in for Klay Thompson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Frazier. Here's Gervin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Johnson kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki a screen. Passes it to Johnson. Nowitzki sets a screen for Johnson. That shot is off. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Right side, Rondo. The pass to Gill. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Celtics leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Bird. Trying to get open as Johnson. No good from Bird.
Boy, it's tough to see how he misses that one. I don't think the defense was all that tight on him.
Rondo with it as Johnson picking him up. Rondo to Gervin. Pass to Murazov. Taken away by Anthony. To the inside. And there's Tracy McGrady, the assist by Anthony. McGrady's got 9.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. driven. And a change for the Celtics. Porzingis is checked in. That's a two-pointer from Walker. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Johnson, the pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki a screen. Anthony kicks to McGrady. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Anthony. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. Anthony with the bucket. He has 5.
Boy, how well does he use his frame to hold off the defense? Melo with the strong finish.
Screen by Boozer. Here's Gill. Feeds it to Boozer. Outside Rondo. Walker is screen on Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Johnson. Celtics leading by 9. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Rondo passes to Gill. Pass to Murazan. He kicks to Rondo and taken away by Johnson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Rondo passes to Gill. There's a screen. Back to Rondo. Walker with the screen for Rondo. And stolen by Nowitzki. Here's Porzingis. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Boston making some changes. Jokic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Richard Hamilton is subbed in for Tracy McGrady.
Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And every year it seems to me Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Now here's Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Passes it to Murazan to stop the run, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Andre Kirilenko checked in for Anthony. Celtics leading by 16. That's tipped. Rondo against Johnson. Outside Rondo. Inside Murazan. Good defense by Jokic.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the Pacers call time here.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move. Left in the first quarter of the game. Gill kicks to Rondo.
And there's the pass to Gill. Here's Muresan. 5 on the clock. That one good for 2. Muresan's got his first basket.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
They set the pick. Jokic a screen. A 3 from Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Muresan. From deep, Walker. The shot comes out.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they missed, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Johnson against Rondo. Outside, Walker. And so it's Boston, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
They've got Gill. Also, Rajon Rondo out there, and it's Muresan into the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Rondo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Johnson, that's for 2. Here's Jokic. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Jokic has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Boston. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Friday, they'll start it on the road and play the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And for that matchup with the Kings, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The Pacers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. Outside Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. The alley-oop. That's tipped. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Mashburn. He's covered by Rondo. Porzingis passes to Mashburn. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Embiid sets the pick for Rondo to the left side wing. Fades back, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Porzingis with a screen on Rondo. Pass to Mashburn. Jokic a screen. Just 5 to shoot. A fader. And another basket for Boston.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Embiid. Rebound Boston. Right side, Kirilenko. Out to the right wing. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Boozer with a screen for Rondo. To end the run. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And how good is Rondo in terms of the focus at the rim? Doesn't matter how much contact there is. He's just got that ability to finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Indiana making some changes. Love checked in for Boozer. Thompson comes in for Walker. And it's Frazier in for Gill.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball. Exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Screen by Porzingis. Hamilton kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Mashburn. Plays it up off the glass. Mashburn's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Pacers making a switch here. Irvin's checked in. Bird, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Love. Off the left rim and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
A nice shot by Bird.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now the Pacers with it. Embiid the screen. For the three. Offensive rebound. Frazier makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, second chance points can come from extreme effort on the offensive glass. Case in point there.
Tipped away. Mashburn, the pass to Bird. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that one's good. Mashburn.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Embiid inside. He's against Jokic. Love, no good.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
From 11 feet away, Jokic, no good. And it's the Pacers with the ball. And Thompson launches it from deep. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Kirilenko, and the layup falls.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Thompson against Hamilton. 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. Chalk up 2 there. Thompson's got 6.
If he's not automatic with his jumper, it's pretty darn close. Klay Thompson, my goodness.
Mashburn, the pass to Hamilton. Down low. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. That's now 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, you've got to identify Klay Thompson early. In transition, he's so dangerous.
Bird, the pass to Mashburn. And that one drops.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Embiid, the screen. And here's Frazier. He's got 10. Thompson for 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 11.
You see, you've got to stay tight and contest Klay Thompson as much as humanly possible. You give him an inch and forget about it.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Making some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Jokic. Anthony comes in for Andre Karolinko. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Hamilton. Here's Mashburn. 13 points in the game. Kicks it to Nowitzki. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Over Gervin. Anthony can't hit. McGrady against Thompson. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I'll tell you, with that being his second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
They grab their own miss, and there it is for him.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Boston dictating the flow. Nowitzki a screen. McGrady kicks to Bird. Outside Anthony. Nowitzki with the screen on Gervin. Anthony, the pass to Bird. Clock at 6. Nowitzki a screen. Good D by Thompson. Shoots from 12. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
McGrady kicks to Nowitzki. Back to McGrady. Nowitzki a screen. Nowitzki with the screen on Thompson. And that one's good. McGrady. McGrady's got 11.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Embiid the screen. Frazier the pass to Embiid. Knocked loose. Here's Mashburn. 13 points in the game. McGrady kicks to Nowitzki. Bird a screen on Embiid. Here's Nowitzki. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 7.
A beautiful touch from Dirk Nowitzki. So confident in that mid-range.
Embiid in the corner. And stolen by Nowitzki. To the paint. Hangs. And that one, good.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Embiid the screen. Frazier to Gervin. Passes it to Embiid. Back to Gervin. Thompson up top. Embiid the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Bucket is good.
Well, Melo can hurt you in so many ways, and his pull-up is as dangerous as anyone's in the entire league.
Here is Frazier after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Love with the screen on McGrady. The drive by Thompson. Got a piece of it. McGrady with the ball. He's got 13. Now Frazier. He kicks it to Embiid. Thompson outside, looking to end the drought. The rebound by the Celtics. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
The Celtics shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Magic Johnson, he checked in for Boston.
One shot, behind the lane.
Yeah, in every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
Now here's Frazier. He's got 10. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's McGrady. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Frazier against Johnson. Frazier left side. Johnson with the block.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's good for 2.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Here's Gill after Magic Johnson's bucket. Here's Walker, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And here's Boston. Bird dishes to Johnson. There's the pick. McGrady outside. Anthony sets the pick for McGrady. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Frazier, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
The Pacers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Boston making a switch here. Porzingis has checked in.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. 1 shot.
Free throw good. Frazier.
And one of the very best in our league at getting to the line. Walt Frazier just has that great change of pace and aggressive nature. Always playing, though, under control.
Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. There's the dish to Nowitzki. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Nowitzki's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
There's the pass to Murison. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 17-5 run here. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Anthony against Walker. Lets it go from the wing. Gill with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Murison passes to Gill. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
Now here's Anthony. From deep. 9 to go. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, the first half, what a thing of beauty. He was just living in the lane.
How special is it, Greg, to watch a guy who's able to get into the paint with speed and consistency? They cannot let him get inside like that.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. On the court right now for the Celtics, Nowitzki is out there with Bird. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then it's Anthony. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. Now, here's Thompson to the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Embiid against Nowitzki. Bird outside. There's the pick. Off the pick. And he knocks down the jumper. Bird's got 9 points.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Foul call. Stolen by Bird.
Moving the ball is certainly important, but forcing passes like that is simply bad basketball.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
Now here's Frazier. Embiid the screen. Here's Gervin. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Pass to Johnson. Kicks to Carmelo. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Celtics foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Oh, guys, how good is Love at fighting through the contact to finish and score it?
The Pacers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And what I love about Mr. Love is that he's become an absolute workhorse, a guy who accepts his role and gives everything to that role on a nightly basis. Absolutely love the adjustments he's made over the course of his career.
Count that bucket.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
So it's the Pacers now. Frazier outside. On the wing, Thompson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Wasted no time on that one. McGrady's got 17 now.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Gervin, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And the Iceman, he might have the biggest toolbox of anybody. He's got so many weapons, and he just has a tremendous instinct for scoring the ball.
Now here's Anthony. 11 points in the game. Misses the three. To the inside. Gervin. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Gervin's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he continues to be a dangerous scorer for them, but he can't do it all by himself. Someone else has got to help them climb out of this hole.
Johnson dishes to McGrady. Back to Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
That's just more for Magic. And for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's gone 3 of 7 shooting from the floor. Johnson kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to Anthony. Anthony with the screen on Love. Nice job coming off that screen. He's got 11.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Pass to Embiid. Over Nowitzki. Embiid, no good.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Celtics with possession here. Nowitzki, the pass to Carmelo. McGrady against Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony kicks to Nowitzki. A shot missing. Good D by Embiid. Johnson against Frazier. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And for that Thunder game, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now here's Bird. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Bird's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Frazier against Johnson. Shot by Frazier, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Nowitzki with the screen on Frazier. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Indiana. Then for the Celtics, Jokic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Kirilenko's subbed in for Anthony. Embiid with the steal. Rondo against Johnson. To the middle. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Kirilenko with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Celtics making a switch here. Hamilton's checked in. Richard Hamilton. Rondo against Johnson. Jokic sets the screen for Hamilton. 4 on the shot clock. Jokic a screen. The shot by Johnson, no good. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Kirilenko against Gervin. Bird a screen on Gervin. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Here's Indiana now. Outside Rondo. Gervin outside. Embiid inside. Jokic defended. And Embiid gets it to go.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
Hamilton the pass to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. Kirilenko against Gervin. Thompson outside. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
That Thompson's so quick to pull the trigger. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he is ready to fire.
Johnson dishes to Bird. Jokic a screen. Bird against Love. Jokic sets the screen for Hamilton. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Pacers. Walker comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Gill in for Klay Thompson. And a change for the Celtics. Porzingis, he's checked in for Larry Bird. Johnson inside. He's covered by Rondo. Johnson, the pass to Jokic. Boston again missing. Jokic has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Down low. Here's Walker. He can't hit that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Hamilton outside. From the arc. Good on the triple. Hamilton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Here's Gervin. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lets it go from 11. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's 13 points for Porzingis. And so here is Indiana. The pass to Gill. He kicks it to Walker. Pass to Gill. Indiana moving it around. Embiid with the screen on Hamilton. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gill. Kept alive by Indiana. And Embiid throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Back to Kirilenko. Richard Hamilton on the wing. He's covered by Gill. The 3 from Porzingis. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Walker. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Walker's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Here's the screen. Pass to Jokic. A pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Walker. Down low. Here's Gervin. And Kirilenko sends it back. And the shot goes in. Gervin's got 10. Gervin's getting it done, shooting over 55%. 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. Johnson kicks to Porzingis. Hamilton outside. Jokic with a screen on Walker. Down low. It's stolen by Rondo. To the middle. Here's Gill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Pacers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. 2 shots. First one falls for him. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And it's the Celtics ball. Outside Kirilenko. Kirilenko with the screen for Johnson. Outside Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
What you love is how complete a player Kristaps Porzingis is. There is a variety of ways with which he can score it.
Johnson against Rondo. Over to the left wing. Here's Muresan. Right side, Boozer. Screen by Boozer. Gill the pass to Boozer. And there's the 3-second violation.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
1:16 left in the third quarter of the game. Johnson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Johnson. Screen by Porzingis. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Rondo against Johnson. They set the pick. Walker the pass to Muresan. Indiana again missing. Muresan's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Mashburn. He's covered by Gill. Porzingis passes to Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
That's the point, guys. When your lead playmaker can get to the rim like that and convert, monster advantage.
Outside, Porzingis. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer. Johnson, that's for 2. Can't get it to fall. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Boston on top, opening up a huge gap. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Gill is out there with Dwight Bikes. Then there's Boozer, and it's Muresan in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Anthony, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th assist in the game. Anthony's got a 55% field goal percentage on the night. He's 6 of 11. They set the pick. Here's Walker, and again it's Indiana converting.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there it's smooth sailing.
Anthony, the pass to Mashburn. to find Udo. He gets it to him. Count it. Good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Bikes. He's guarded by Johnson. Passes it to Murasov. Over Udo. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
Now, here is McGrady. Dishes to Anthony. McGrady outside. Screen by Udo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Indiana with it. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like it. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. There's the screen. There's the pass to Walker. Here's Murasov. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Boston called for the foul.
Shooting for Indiana, George Murasov. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Smith checked in for Gill. Both good from the line that time. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year. And, you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin. And I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. And he can't get the first one. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. It just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
Screen by Udo. Boston, no good that time either. And the Pacers with possession here. Smith dishes to Bikes. Over Mastrom. Misses off the right iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to Porzingis. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, Kev, how about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
One shot.
And that one misses. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender. And that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. And that one falls for Bikes. On offense, here are the Celtics. Anthony kicks to McGrady. Back to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
How about that? He made no mistake on that one.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Outside, Walker. McGrady against Smith. Pass to Murison. Walker in the corner. Off the pick. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Anthony, the pass to McGrady. Inside. And Udo with the stop.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's Bikes. Taken away. One-on-one here. Here's McGrady. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You got to love seeing McGrady when he's hot. An amazing score from any spot on the floor.
Screen by Smith. Pass to Murison. Over Udo. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Screen by Udo. McGrady kicks to Porzingis. So often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, and fans and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Now, here's Walker. following the miss by Porzingis. And Walker kicks to Bikes. 6 to shoot. Back to Walker. Over Mashburn. That one doesn't drop. And the Celtics going the other way now. Pass to McGrady. Inside. Here's Madsen. And Boozer with the block. And he gets it back. Here's McGrady from beyond the arc and then some. McGrady's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Bikes kicks to Walker. Lots of room. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
McGrady outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly. The defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And it's Smith missing. McGrady against Smith. And it's McGrady that time on the assist from Richard Hamilton.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Murison. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Mashburn no good. And here are the Pacers now. Here's Bikes. Here's Murison. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hamilton. They get it back. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Down low. Bikes. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
McGrady passes to Porzingis. And that one's good. McGrady's got 14 points here in the second half.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Screen by Boozer. There's the screen to end the run. And too long on the shot.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot. Well below 50% from the field in this period.
The Pacers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Jokic is checked in. Bikes has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Jokic a screen. McGrady kicks to Jokic. The pass to Hamilton. Jokic with the screen on Walker. Stolen by Walker. Right side, Rondo. Pass to Walker. Indiana moving the ball around. McGrady against Smith. Here's Walker with the 3. Here's Murison. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murison's got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's McGrady. And Boozer with the block. And he's able to get it back. And that one's good. McGrady. And here's Rondo. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Smith the pass to Murison. Kicks to Rondo. Another steal. They push it up 4 on 3.
Causing turnovers really gives you an advantage.
Well, it makes things easier for sure, Greg. Their activity on the defensive end is what caused that steal.
Hamilton's gone 2 of 3 from the field. With the teardrop, Rondo's shot is off. Rondo's gone 1 of 4 so far. There's McGrady. And again, it's Boston converting.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for them.
Yeah, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Now here's Rondo. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And, you know, he's proven to be capable at sinking that mid-range jump shot. Rondo has to be respected from that part of the floor.
Here's Mashburn. Porzingis kicks to McGrady. Jokic sets the screen for McGrady. Mirazon the rebound. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Gill is checked in for the Pacers. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Boston. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here is Kirilenko. Pass to Jokic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
At the line for the Celtics, Nikola Jokic. At the line for two.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. Here's Gill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Rip Hamilton picks that one up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Kendall Gill. Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mashburn. They set the pick. Screen by Porzingis. To the paint. Off the pick. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And all the energy has been sucked out of this arena. This is not what the fans came to see.
Well, they took the crowd completely out of this game. And when you get a lead like that, it's sort of deflating for the home crowd. What a solid victory on the road.
Pass to Mirazon. Jokic with the steal. Here's Mashburn. He's covered by Rondo. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
with Google shit, yo. Milwaukee.